Tonight I'm making the Aromatherapy Pen Kit from Penn States. I'm going to use this cedar blank. First step, get it ready for the tube. I remember back when I started to make pen kits, I used to get really detailed, take all the exact measurements for all the various pen parts and everything. Now, I just grab the blank and I grab the tube and I just add a little extra on each side and I mark it. I'd rather use this end of the pen, but it's a little crack, so I'm going to miss out on that coloration there, but it's still going to be really nice. All right, those blanks are perfect. Let's drill some 10mm holes in those. I've got this blank set up in my Penn State blank drill press jig. That's going to make it easy to get a good center on this cedar blank with my little bench top drill press. Ooh, I like the smell of that cedar. Nice, those are perfect. Now I'm going to use my favorite Starbond 5-minute epoxy to glue these tubes into these cedar blanks. These are already scuffed up, so I don't need to sand them anymore. One of my favorite pen making tricks. Got just a little bit of weakness in the end of this pen blank. I'm going to grab my Starbond original super thin and I'm going to soak the end of the blank, and that's going to reinforce it so that it's stronger when I go to turn it. All right, now I'm just going to get these cedar blanks set up with the bushings, and I'm setting them up so that the grain is continuous on each throughout the pen. Okay. Alright, I've got these finished with 4 or 5 coats of this Starbond Super Glue Speed Series, followed by 4 or 5 coats of this Starbond Flexible Medium Thick. It is dry. I barely even have to wait between coats. I love that about this product. Now I'm just going to hit it quickly with some 600 and then 800 sandpaper before I do the real sanding. Now I'm going to hit these with the micro mesh pads and work up from 1500 to 12,000. I call this step damp sanding because I get these slightly damp, but they're not really wet per se. I don't soak the piece of wood and it's not dry sanding. So rotate the blank in my hand one way while I sand the other way. Just slightly, and I can see a nice even finish on the bottom, and I know these are gonna meet up nice and flat when I assemble the pen. All right, let's assemble this beauty.